All right, what's happening, Mr. David Guzman? How are you this morning, my
Good,
friend?
good morning, sir. Good morning.
It is good. It is good to see you, man. How much fun did we have this past week at the International Builder Show?
I'm still coming down off the high. My wife and I were up talking about it all night. The best show of my life. Um, Met the greatest people. I mean, you and Jennifer were really awesome to meet. And then you introduced me to a ton of people. And then the show was amazing. It was, I tell you, and the NAHB and the International Builders Show are something that I respect.
Yeah, you know what? It was a great show. I mean, we were running all over the place. We were coming in doing some live streaming with yourself as well while we were there. And I have to tell you, there was, I think upwards of 70,000 people at the show. So, David, you're going to help me walk through everything we're doing this morning. So, as we're walking through what we're doing here, before we do that, I'm gonna I'm gonna put you full screen. Why don't you tell everybody a little bit about who you are, HB Elements, who helped us put together a lot of this great content that we did. Go for it.
So HB Elements is an exterior design elements company. So we make the entire exterior envelope, except we don't do siding. We started out as a siding contractor. That's why we used to be Hardy Boys, and we put up Hardy siding. And now what we do is we create all the products that go along with a traditional home that has siding, like columns, brackets, soffit systems, louvers. We were a very coastal minded company. And one of the tags that we came up with is we put the jewelry on the home. So all the beautiful things that make a home look rich and timeless, we create out of cellular PVC. And we feel very blessed to be a part of this industry, doing all these beautiful homes and
Yeah.
working within this community.
Yeah, no, for sure. You guys do amazing stuff. It's beautiful. It's American made, right? That's the other side of all of this. So, hey, everybody, if you are just joining us, yes, we did start and we switched platforms because the chat wasn't working, just like the chat didn't work yesterday. But that's the beauty of live. And that's why we have backup plans. Anywho, we are sitting with David Guzman, HB Elements. And if you do not know David, they were helping us provide you with all the live background footage that we were putting out while we were at the International Builder Show 2022. And we had a blast. I think everybody was surprised at the turnout of people and how many people showed up for this. In my mind, I couldn't have thought of a better way to start the year. And man, I'm sure the folks over at the NAHB are just pumped right now.
I know they are, because when you have 70,000 people that are interested in building products and the building community come through, I felt like I met 699,000. It was so busy at our booth at one point. My head was spinning, and I was like, this was the greatest single investment my company's ever made. And then the after hour big picture stuff was just, it was rocking. It was nonstop. And I felt very fortunate to be meeting with Dave Cooper live. It was a blessing, because that definitely helped my booth.
Yeah, it was a blessing. So, hey, if you're out there, give us a shout out. Let us know what you thought about the International Builders Show. Or if you're just watching somewhere in the world, let us know where you are tuning in from and give us a shout out and a hello. So we got a busy couple weeks coming up, David. I mean, I'm glad you're going to be here to share it with me. But before we get into it, I want to ask you, what was your favorite part of the International Builders Show? If you were to think of one thing that you weren't expecting, what would that have been?
Well, wow, that's a loaded question, because there's so many great parts. I do think um, they put on a really professional show. Everybody was really comfortable coming back from COVID after 3 years. I mean, this has been a long time coming. Believe
Yeah,
me, the industry was missing this show since 19, and or 20, whatever. And I feel like they put on a really safe show. I feel like everybody felt comfortable, and I would say that that was the greatest part of it all, was that everybody got in there. Everybody was vaccinated. Everybody felt like the process to get in wasn't a big pain. And
right,
once
right.
you got in, it was like business as usual.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. It really was business as usual, man. The amount of people everywhere was super super fun. So very cool, very cool. Look, hey, we got people getting ready, starting to chat in the chat box. So we appreciate that. Um, so, David, David, HB Elements, your brothers, you guys. I don't want this. This isn't a paid promotion. I had so much fun that I said I wanted David to join me this morning, and so David didn't pay to be on the show with me this morning. David's brothers didn't pay for me to put them on camera or any of that other stuff or come on these shows. You did help us cover the live streaming side of this. So I want everybody to know that I'm super proud of what you guys have done and what you accomplished. And I think next year you guys need to be entering for some awards at the International Builders Show. I think you have a great opportunity for winning, just the way you're taking all your plastics and some of it recycled and some of it and just the way you guys use it and mold it and it's beautiful.
Yeah, man. Thank you so much. That is something that people ask me often about my business, and you know, it's a company, it's a family, and that goes down to the guys that have been with me for 20, 18, 17. You can go down the list, and I've had this team we're just this rich family of people from all over the world,
Right, right.
Brazil, Colombia, Cuba. I could go down the list of where everybody's from. And the beautiful thing about business is creating opportunities, right? And
It is.
I remember one of my first guys, my brother met at a bar, and he was
It's
working at
never good when
McDonald's.
you start with that. It's never good when you start when we met him in a bar.
But this is the greatest guy ever, and he was working at McDonald's, and my brother's like, man, you could probably do really well with us, and he started working with us, and now he's an executive, and he's a programmer, and he has elevated to a six-figure income, and
Wow.
it's the American dream. And I love as a leader, it's probably one of the most fortunate things to be able to be somebody that creates these opportunities. They create it by working hard, but to have a company that can do it is probably the most fortunate thing. I mean, my brothers and I couldn't be prouder of everybody that's with us. We have the most amazing team, and they're experts now because we've been doing this for over 20 years, and it's it's uh, it's something that I want people to know, that we're real people, that we're a real company. And when you call that number or you go on that website, you're getting one of us and one of the team. It's not an outsourced partner. It's not, a lumberyard yet. And this is an American company making American products and living the American dream. And we have nothing more to do than to serve our community and make great things.
I love it. I love it. Hey, so if you're out there and you're having a hard time getting on the platform, Jen's going to reshare this and invite some people. Greg Ugaldi and others are trying to get in. They're saying they're having some issues. So maybe we can work behind the scenes to put this out there. We had to make a switch from platforms this morning because it wasn't working. All right, so listen, everybody, we got a lot coming up. I mean, there were some amazing winners at the show this year. We had a great time because we were hosting the Best of the International Builder Show Awards. Yes, we were able to sit there and talk about all the people that were signed up for the awards. I sat on a panel with Caleb Roop, Ken Semler, and Jerry McCahey, which is a heavy hitter board by all means that we were on. So we got to do some amazing things, even at the Building Systems Council Lounge and others. So I have to thank everybody for all the participation. I mean, we had upwards of 200 people on some of these panels, showed up. I mean, it was absolutely amazing, David.
Packed
And
rooms you had.
packed rooms.
What were you working? 18, 19, 20-hour days? I every time I saw you, you were on your way to something else or doing something. I felt like I was with one of the coolest movie stars ever, dude, because you are a movie star in that
I don't know
environment,
about
bro.
that.
Yeah, well, you were rocking it, bro. And you didn't pay me to do that either. The bottom line is you were crushing it. You were connecting people, you were connecting products and companies, and
Right.
that's something to be said about Dave Cooper. You are a connector of people and businesses, man. And that I got lucky to be offered the opportunity to sponsor you, and it was probably one of the better blessings I had, because it really, you introduced me some great things, man, and showed me the inside of what the NAHB is doing and what the Builder Show is doing.
How fun was it? You guys had your party the one night, right? And I remember you were saying about Jerry. I want to meet Jerry, and I just so happened to be having a cocktail with Jerry. And I said, "You want to come with me? This guy really wants to meet you."
Dude, that guy is so cool. I love what he's doing, like his offsite technology and making building better. And that's what your show's all about, right? Is making building
It
better,
is.
and improving the community, improving technology. And that guy is really doing it, man. He is something
He
else,
really
and
is.
a lot to learn from him, man. He's
Yeah.
he's a special guy.
He is a special guy. So I'm actually throwing some shares out here real quick, David. So
Good.
we can get some people going on the platform so they can join us this morning and have some fun with it. So
That's what this is all about, right?
you know what, David, it is. It's all about bringing people together, and it's all about, getting people to join us and meet us where we're at so we can be better at everything that we do. And I think if we can do that, then we're all going to be in a better place, and life's going to be good, and we're going to have fun, and we're going to grow together, and we're going to get over all the hurdles of what we have going on with um, the challenges of COVID, the supply chain, and all that stuff.
Massive issues.
Right.
Supply chain. I had that conversation 20 times this week. Yeah, and that's on a small, I mean, big picture, 20 times.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, and it is, it is a big picture thing that we have to be looking at and working with. And I think you wouldn't have thought there were supply chain issues after being at the show.
No. Well, I think people, that's the great thing about America, right? We're innovative. We're fighters. When we have a challenge, we step up and we accomplish and conquer. Not in a bad way. I mean, we had to take on different suppliers. That's what we did. We're buying from all the suppliers, whatever they have that suits our needs, so we can keep. My customers don't want to hear these long waits, but then the builders, they got smart, and they got containers now where they're storing appliances. They're ordering stuff a year in advance. So if anything, this made construction better, to where people are planning. Planning is a huge word in business, and especially in the construction business. If you have your appliances 6 months before you really need them on the site, you're going to win, because you're never going to be letting people down. You're never going to be ruining the schedule.
Yeah, for sure. Speaking of schedule, David, we got some heavy hitters coming up, and we have some award winners coming up on Monday as well, which we're looking forward to talking about. And we're not just talking little awards. We're talking the Global Innovation Award of the International Builder Show. And I have to tell you, what's so cool about it is it's a modular system won this year. And offsite construction modular system won the Global Innovation Awards at the National Association of Home Builders. What are the odds of that?
You probably kind of put them on the map, man, with all your shows showing people. I've learned about modular. I didn't know really much about it until I started watching your show and started seeing the players and the conversations and these factories. I mean, it's amazing what's going on in our industry. And I saw it in the cruise ship building, years ago. They were building the cruise ship rooms and then hoisting them in and welding them in place and plugging. And I was like, that's brilliant. But how do you do that in residential? And now
Well, but I mean, listen, you see how custom a cruise ship is. I mean, you can definitely do it in residential. You can definitely, do certain things. But again, when you go buy a car or you go buy some of the, like a cruise ship, they're standardizing product. They're streamlining and standardizing products. They're giving people an option, but at the same time, they're saying these are the options we have right now, so they can streamline that production line and their process and everything they do. And I think we're starting to get back that way. I mean, to this world. I mean, come on, you can go out there and find a car that you love, right?
Absolutely.
The same thing that happened with the house.
There's so many great choices now. There's so many great companies making great products at all different price points. I met with some of my competitors this week and I was like, hey guys, we all have our place. The most beautiful thing is where we challenge each other and inspire to be better. And then it makes the industry better, it makes the products better, it makes the pricing better, it grows our community. And it just, I don't care what people buy as long as they buy PVC products because I know the value of it.
Yeah.
And I know I'm not for everybody, including my personality.
Now you got a great personality. There we just had Greg Ugaldi. Said he made it in this morning. LinkedIn and Twitch tough. Yeah. Yesterday, Greg, when we went live, we were having problems as well. I don't know if it's a platform thing. Sometimes these platforms go and change their algorithms. And when we use our third-party stuff that we need to go live on all these platforms, it messes us up. And can't say that I'm happy about it. But if you're out there, Greg, please take the URL links and share it on your LinkedIn and everything so everybody knows we're live. I was looking on my phone as well, and it doesn't even come up under my own profile. So who knows where we're at? We're in space somewhere. But there are some people starting to tune in, so it's good to have them. The weather was awesome this year at the International Builder Show, except one day. It rained one day. The one day I was outside to live stream, it rained on us, and that's when we were doing hey, check out the boat going up the Intercoastal. Cool, huh?
Yeah, man.
It's getting bright out here. Sorry, the sun's playing tricks on me now this morning, but it went up the Intercoastal. Mark shared the reel. Mark, you out there? Say hello to us this morning. But
you got rained on when you're doing that 3D
Thank
printing.
you. I was losing my train of thought. I was
bad. I know.
Yeah, we got rained on, but it was lucky. We had some of those big, party little tents that you hang out at the football game. Keep the rain and sun off you, and we sat out there and had a great time. Well, why don't we take a look at what we have coming up on the schedule, David? Let's share this with everybody so we can go through it. So this Monday is going to be great. We got Italo Martin from who is the CEO and founder of Huga Technologies coming on, and guess what? Huga is a disruptive modular concrete technology that won. That's right, won the winner, the number one person, the top of the top this year at the International Builders Show and for the Global Innovation Award, which recognizes the most cutting edge, advanced and original products, services, homes, communities, and champions of the building industry from around the world. And they are from around the world. I believe they're out of South America originally. How cool is that, David?
Well, what an award, huh? To get something that big at a show that big with that many people. You got to be doing it. Wow. One day when I grow up.
It is. It's super awesome. It's super cool. So join us so you can check out their technology. It is worth hopping on to talk with us and take a look at. All right. And then on Wednesday, and I'm just reading from the list, you guys can screenshot this if you want to add it to your calendar. Excuse me. We have on Full Stack Modular. Now, listen, Roger Krulak is no stranger to our show. He is building out of Brooklyn, New York, in that area, and they are doing mid-rise buildings out of full modular volumetric construction, and they have technology that'll knock your socks off. They're using similar generative design processes to build modular. Roger, in my opinion, is first a data person and a technology geek and then a builder. He's learned how to bring them both together. You don't want to miss Roger. He also joined us in San Francisco for our private roundtable event that we had a few weeks back. So looking forward to that. And then we're hopping in. Oh, you know the ADL Adventures, Monday, February 21st. Yeah. David, Nolan Brown's coming on.
Great guy.
Yeah, he was. He was. So cool. He was a great guy. Hey, Nolan, you were great. No, I'm just kidding. Nolan's a great person and knows a ton about this industry, and they do so much with the ABC Collaborative and other organizations advancing building construction in this industry. So we're looking forward to having them on as well. So Nolan will be on February 21st. And then we're going What's that?
He's unique, what he's doing.
He's very unique, isn't he?
Yeah.
He's very unique. And then let's not stop there. Let's get to Wednesday, the 23rd. We're going back out to California. We're going to have Steve Glenn back on, who is the Chief Executive Officer of Plant Prefab. They are using a hybrid modular construction approach to everything that they're doing. And I have to tell you, what they are doing is spectacular. It's beautiful. They're not only building in California, they are shipping all the way out west into, well, I guess for them it's east into Colorado and others. David, I muted you because I was starting to hear some feedback. If you just turn down your volume on your computer a little bit, it'll stop that. So that's going to be an awesome show. Steve Glenn always brings the audience. So we love you, Steve. Looking forward to having you on. And as we keep moving forward, another big player in the industry is we have Andrew Mest coming on. Andrew Mest is the managing director of Modern Living Solutions. So Andrew, he's gonna. Have you ever met Andrew Mest, David?
No.
Right? Super nice guy, knows the industry very well, completely entrenched in it. And he has a way of looking at solutions to the housing industry that a lot of other people don't. Modern Living Solutions specializes in manufacturing, developing, and building attainable apartments, and they are using a proprietary 3D volumetric volumetric modules that they fabricated at a manufacturing facility in Knox, Pennsylvania. So again, it's all about building it better on the Dave Cooper Live Show, and we're truly looking forward to having Andrew Mest on. And then I think Wednesday this will be the last one we talk about. On March 9th, we have Ray Kadalri, who is the founder. So you definitely want to tune in, learn about the different initiatives in Hemp Build Network. Did I say that right, David? Hemp Build Network?
Yeah, I'm curious. Tell me about that.
All right, listen, everybody. We're not talking marijuana. You can't smoke this stuff. You might like to smoke it, and it's legal in some parts of the world, but most people don't know that this stuff burns. Hemp does not. Hemp is not a flammable product, and you're not smoking it and having fun with it. So you want to check in, but we are using it for new building products and material. David, you were talking about maybe looking at hemp as an alternative source for what you're doing, no?
Yeah, one of the things the Indians used it for building, and it was, it's a very strong product. The fibers are intensely strong. Everybody's looking for something to be better. Bamboo. There's a lot of different building materials, and I would love guys like this that are innovating and doing things different. It's amazing.
Yeah, it is amazing. March is hemp month, by the way, everyone. Hint, hemp month. We'll actually be on a hemp farm during one of our shows as well. So you're gonna see how the weed grows, because it's a weed. Y'all smoking a weed, just so you know it.
That's for sure.
You're all smoking a weed. And that's like, to me, that's like mushrooms. I don't do mushrooms either. Anything that grows in that stuff, I'm not real keen to eat it. I have some boundaries. So
you have standards, man.
It's gonna be a great lineup of people coming on the show, and super excited to look forward to it. So if you're out there watching, definitely let us know what your thoughts are on the International Builders Show. I know we're going to get a lot of you that rewatch this. Most of you have been on the run all week at the Builders Show. And if you're like me, you're like, man, I just need a day or two to catch up on my stuff, look at my emails, get things moving again, and get back on track. What are you going to do for the next couple of days, David?
I'm going to work as soon as I'm done talking to you, man. There's with all this stuff that you do at the show, the objective was to get more work. We have a ton of new stuff that came in, so we're also going to be planning. And I just came back. The new factory has windows in it, the power to some machines, the ceilings are in the new office. I can't wait to have you down, man. I can't wait to show you what we're doing, show you the new factory. This has been scaling is, if you haven't done it, it's complicated. And if you think you know everything, you find out quick how little you know. And, so scaling has been quite a challenge, but somehow it was planned. I have this brilliant brother, my brother Lionel. He's a planner, and he's kind of figured out how to put this together. And this show, being our biggest show ever, happens to coincide with our growth being the biggest growth we've had. and our biggest factory we've ever had. And
Right.
it's exciting, man. I can't tell you. I know that the world is in a tough place and there's a lot of industries hurting. You know, I have a sister that's a nurse. You know, I know, man. I lost a cousin to COVID. I understand pain and hardships,
Right.
um, but I will say this right now: um, what hurts us usually makes us stronger, right? And we're going to come back stronger and better than ever. And I see it happening within my organization and my people. And you know, it's a great time to be in business in the construction industry.
Yeah.
That's all I can speak to because that's all I know, right?
Yeah, for sure. Well, it truly is. It truly is. All right, everybody. We got David Guzman, the founder of HB Element, Hardy Boys. I love the name, and it ain't the book. It's not the book that we grew up. All of us old folks out there. Um, Check out their website, Hardy Boys. What is it? Hardy Boys Trim
HardyBoysInc.com. Yeah, well, we
Inc.com.
started out as Hardy Siding Installers, Dave. You know, so we were the Hardy Boys. You know, like we did the Hardy
Right.
Siding.
Sorry, I got a guy that just fired up a blower across the road. Can you hear it?
I turned down my volume. All I hear is you, dude.
Yeah. I'm gonna sit there and yell at him in a minute. I'm like, really, dude? You can't see me here doing a call?
You know how often that happens? As soon as you start filming, the
That's why.
landscape company shows up, the pool guy comes behind, whatever.
Right. Well, I see that we have Gary Fleischer in the house. The follow up to IBS is just as important as the show itself. Hey, Gary, good to see you. LinkedIn comments are not coming through right now, but I want to give a couple quick shout outs if I can. We got Judy Donnell in the house. She says she got in and she's also going to share some of the things that she learned. I'm trying to show the guy that I'm trying to have a conversation here. And also, she says, congrats to my friends that won Best in Show at Evolve Stone with their new nail on products. All right, he shut off the blower, so I should be able to hear you guys again.
Yeah, I can hear you loud and clear. Just so you know, you haven't gone. You're good.
Oh, that's because I was yelling. I was screaming. So good to see you, Judy. I love it. Gary Fleischer, man. Offsite magazine. This was the year. This was the launch of the Offsite magazine. So that was a lot of fun. And Gary wasn't able to make it this year, but boy, did Ken Semler and I have a great time talking Gary up everywhere we went. Because I don't know if you know Gary, David, but he is the voice of the modular industry when it comes to his writing and podcast. He gets millions of views on his stuff on LinkedIn, all talking about the industry. So
wow,
Gary's the real deal, and I've known him for a long time. He's become a true friend. So Gary, I hope you're doing well. He had to have a little plumbing work done on his heart.
well, I hope he's doing well.
They had to clean him up. He's going to start running marathons here, I'm sure.
Good for him. So millions of views on LinkedIn. Wow.
Yeah. He's doing amazing stuff. So I just plashed his name up there one time, Gary Fleischer, the mod coach, they call him. The follow-up die is important as show. And it is, Gary. So we got a couple of things coming out. That sun's getting bright. Man, I don't know how you take the sun down here in the south,
dude.
man. I was in shade. Well, here.
There you go.
Better?
Hey, it's not like you're trying to be cool. You're trying to be able to operate, man.
I love it. So, so Gary, we got a ton of stuff coming up. I'm looking forward to seeing Gary here hopefully really soon as well. All right. So David, we got a couple things that we're going to be doing. We're going to be heading from South Carolina. We're going to be here in the Myrtle Beach area for the next week. If anybody'd like to meet up and get together and have dinner and just shoot the chat, Jen and I are always looking forward to spending time with you out there and talking shop. You also, if you want to support our channel, we got Buy Me a Coffee down there at Dave Cooper / Dave Cooper Live. We're trying this whole Patreon thing. I don't know too much about it. It's another new tech thing, David, but it's fun, the stuff to do on our Friday show. And then we're heading to Florida. David, we're not going to be close, but we're going to be close. So it'll be a lot of fun to spend more time with you, come by your facility and showcase what you have going on there. So we're looking forward to that. So we're going to be in Florida as well. So if you're in the Florida area and you want to get together, let us know, and we can meet up in Florida as well. And as always, we got a lot of great shows getting ready to come up. We're gonna be doing more factory visits. We're going to be doing more site visits. And like I said, we're going to have people on hemp farms. How cool is that?
That's incredibly cool. And yes, people need to buy you a coffee, dude. It's not easy for you to go around this country and do all this without being supported. So, as a supporter, I'm just telling others, support the man, the cause. There's something really important going on here, and I saw it happening live while I was there at that show. I saw what you're doing, man, and kudos to you and Jen.
Yeah, no, thank you for that. We have a lot of fun doing it. You know, they say when you love what you do, you never work a day in your life.
Never.
But I have to tell you, you got to sleep every once in a while.
You do have to sleep.
You got to sleep every once in a while. And this show was, you know, there wasn't a lot of sleep in between. So with that, David, everybody, you know, go check out David's website. Enjoy David. I'm getting some loves and some hearts now. That's awesome. You know, but check out David's website, Hardy Boys Inc. You want to check them out. It's a cool website too. Just if you want to see some pretty pictures of homes that they have worked on, not only in Florida, but they got this really cool Caribbean style happening. There you go. Gary's coming. I'm on my way to Impressive Building Systems in South Carolina tomorrow, stopping at some modular factories on the way back. Maybe we can get together on this trip. Hey, there is a possibility. I had dinner with Ken, 2 nights ago now. And we talked about that, Gary. So we may do that. I know you're heading down to Impressive's factory to check it out. That ought to be a lot of fun. And hopefully you have a great trip, Gary.
How big are these factories for these modulars?
Well, it varies. I mean, they can be as small as, run-of-the-mill shops of 10,000 to 50,000 square feet. And we've been in them up to 400,000 or 500,000 square feet. There's some that are coming online that are looking to be 1 million square feet.
Unbelievable.
So it depends on the level and what they're doing, David. So you got your sawmill factories, right, where they're just building indoors. That's the difference. They have some jigs and they're basically framing indoors, all the way up to fully automated robotic manufacturing facilities like Autovol out in Idaho. That is, I think they're 400,000 square feet.
Unbelievable.
So, yeah. And Gary says Impressa is 240,000 square feet. Yeah. And we're going to be doing some shows down, Gary, as well. We were talking with Ken. So we might come down there, as the factory progresses a little bit more. They're just building this one out. So we'll come down there and showcase some stuff there. So, well, it's good to see the views are picking up. They might be finally sharing us around the world of YouTube and LinkedIn.
Yeah,
you can never tell with these platforms and what goes on with them.
Yeah, I mean, dude, you are sitting on an intercoastal waterway in South Carolina.
I know you saw the sailboat go by a little bit earlier, right?
You're running a show from it's pretty amazing how we as technology, like, I remember when I started my business in 97, I had a beeper. And when somebody called me, I had to stop at a payphone, so I always had a 10 stack of quarters. And now we have laptops in the middle of South Carolina on a riverbank, and we're getting upset about not being able to show 10 million people what you're doing.
Well, I'm gonna enter the studio. You might get a little feedback. Let me just kill my mic. I'll show you my setup. Give me 1 second. Let me jump in here. I'm going to change my name to Dave Cooper Live 2, so it shows up as a different name. All right. 1 second.
It's pretty amazing. Dude.
All right. Now you can see me. Turn this down.
It's so cool, man.
All right, so I got that turned down. So did the feedback go away?
Yeah, it sure did.
All right, let me see. So it's not just a laptop. So I got wires, camera, I got backpacks, I got controllers that I have to use, and then everything feeds over to this backpack and a bunch of other stuff. So when you actually take a, can you hear me okay? Give me a thumbs up. Yeah, so if you can actually see, we're, just because the Wi-Fi is our biggest thing to have to bring people into the show. So I'm gonna I'm gonna cancel this one and go back to my other one. So there you go.
It's amazing technology.
Turn you back up. So, and this is the little setup. This is the Dave got in late last night, and he's going with the bare minimum because I was so exhausted. It was a 9-hour ride home,
Yeah, man. No, you definitely worked hard, bro. You worked hard.
Here's my mom.
Amazing.
Hey,
oh, look at that.
What's up, Mom? She's been texting me all week. She goes, "Where are you?" I said, "Mom, I'm working."
You still get in trouble, bro. It don't matter how old you are.
I didn't hear from you. What are you doing? Oh, I do all the time. I look at my phone. I show everyone, like, it's my mom again, checking in on me.
Yeah.
Checking in on me.
I was
all right, so David,
my parents.
one of the things that I want to do before we get off this that I thought was the most impressive with you, and again, I tell everybody, I don't get paid by HB Elements. I don't get anything from HB Elements by having them on this show. But what I do is I promote people that support us, and also we only promote people that we like to work with, and we only promote people that have the same values as we do at Dave Cooper Live. And that's doing it real, unedited. You get what you get because we're doing it right, and we're putting our best foot out every day. So David, just why don't we talk a lot about you and your brothers. Why don't you talk about how important your culture is in your team real quick, and then we'll wrap up after that.
Yeah, so
I'll put you full screen. Go for it.
Yeah, so culture is everything. My team is my greatest asset. I have all these machines and millions of dollars in equipment, but without these great people that work for us and in our factory and that help us run it, we'd be nothing, and this is what coming of age does and growing up. I started this business when I was 23, and I was all about money and how can I make it, and I didn't really work on culture. I didn't take care of my people like I should have as much. I always took care of them, but not like I should have. And what I found out is I matured and I learned from people far smarter than me, is that culture is what builds a company. And we work so hard now at taking care of our team and supporting our team, down to I remember when I was younger, to get a loan for $3 or $4 grand, right? That was such a big deal. I had to go to the check cashing store, give him my paycheck and pay it. So, even down to helping people with their first time home buying or buying a car, getting to where they're not riding a bike to work, or that they broke down, it's all about the team and supporting each other. They support us. Without them, we're nothing. And we support them back. And we have such a family now. When we do our Christmas party, it's like a big, huge family celebrating together. And I have real love in my heart for everybody that works there. And I know that they have love for us too. And it's become beautiful. And I still have my grandparents, they're in their 90s and they still show up at the shop every other day. I still have my parents showing up, and my mom and dad drove the banner that hung around my booth. That came late because of supply chain issues. My parents drove up, brought it to me. So we've been blessed, and it is the American dream.
Yeah.
We're very fortunate, and I'm very fortunate to have 3 brothers that love me and support me and have been there through the thick and thin. And, life isn't perfect. But if you work hard and you do things and you have the right mindset and the right goals and you put out positivity, things will come back. And that's what's going on at HB Elements. It's far greater than a financial gain or anything remotely close to that. What it is it's a group of people that care about each other and care about their customers, building great products, building beautiful homes, but also building a beautiful company that I couldn't be more proud of.
Yeah, well, you're absolutely right there. You're absolutely right there. So, All right, Mr. David, we're gonna wrap it up there. That was a beautiful thing. I think you got to support your team members. I never used the term employees myself. The team members, because we can't do anything without them in this industry. And the greatest manufacturing facilities I've been in across this country, it was about the culture first. It was about the people first. Then everything else follows. Then you get a great product. Then you get a great, team that puts things out. So, I mean, it's
It
worked
builds the brand,
awesome.
man. And hey, Dave, before you leave, thank you so much for everything. I know I didn't pay you for this, so this is like some gratis,
Oh,
like
you'll pay one
amazing
way or
thing.
the other.
I really, I can't thank you and Jen enough for all the love that you guys have given us and the exposure and the introductions. But
Yeah,
further than that, I met you on LinkedIn, man, and this has been a very powerful interaction. And I think people need to see that LinkedIn is a powerful place to find real people. It's like a blind date, you just connect, then you see what they're doing, you see their morals and their interactions with the world, and you find greatness in this place. And I feel like I did that in you, because
thank you.
when I got to hang out with you, super cool guy,
Well, I,
super cool guy. Love what
I,
you're doing, bro. Thank you
I
so
love,
much.
I love that. Thank you so much for saying that. And it's all about collaborating and bringing people together. That's what we do.
Absolutely.
All
You're
right,
doing well.
listen, everybody. We got other shows coming up. We got there's World of Modular that Tom Hardiman and his crew put on coming up. There's some offsite expos that are coming up with that others are doing, Amy Marks and so forth. We got Passive House events coming up this year, and Net Zero events. We got what else we got? We got the Industrialized Wood Based Conference with Archmont and his team out in California coming up this year, which is going to be great. IWBC, that's one you guys should look at as well, David. You'd appreciate that conference. I think that's 30,000 people, typically 40,000 that attend that show. So we got a lot of great things happening. We got SBCA, BCMC. Man, we're going to have a great year.
Wow.
We're going
You
to have an
got a
awesome
full
year.
lineup.
We do, and we got a lot of opportunities for those of you out there that would like to get your name out there as well coming up. But you got to meet our standards, and I have to like you. It's not a pay to play program, unfortunately. It's a pay to play if you do the right thing in your own business. We'd love to showcase you. Outside of that, David, you stay right where you're at. I'll come with you out after the outro. Everybody else out there, hey, listen, if you're commenting and putting things up in the comments in the chats, have you know it's not us. Something's going on with all the networks. It's not allowing us to put things up. But we'll get back to you, and I promise we'll say hello to you. And I hope you guys have a wonderful, wonderful weekend. I'm going to take my one day off, which is Sunday tomorrow, and the rest of today, and I'm going to enjoy my kids, and we're going to have some fun. It's their birthday coming up. We get to do birthday stuff. My kids think the whole month's their birthday. And
A
by the
lot of
way,
people do. A lot of people do.
that's a cute stuffed animal that you sleep with every night there. I like
That's
that.
the gray wolf. That's Murphy. That's why we named that color the gray wolf.
Oh, that's right.
That's the gray wolf, man. That's my son, dude. And I'm glad you said that, because that's the heart of me, man, is my boy and my daughter.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
Murphy has a special place in my heart, and that's the gray wolf, dude.
That is the gray wolf. And for everybody out there to know, there is a story behind that, why that is so sentimental. And if you get to know David, I'm sure he'll share that with you as you move forward. So I'm glad there you go. The gray wolf. I remember. And it's going to be a new siding color. So Lionel, if you're listening, right? Is it Lion? Right? We got
He's
we
gonna kill me.
we got some more colors rolling out, Lionel. You and I. No, I'm just kidding. Some inner workings, man. You got to hang out with these guys. They had so much fun, and it makes it too easy for me to start digging a little bit. So we got your numbers. So Matt, Lionel, Mike, I got to mention all their names, right? Lionel, Matt, Mike, and David. I got it all right, right?
You nailed it, brother. Like
Good,
you have
good.
all week.
All good, all good people, all good looking. Mike has a beard that is close to my good friend Mark Willie on our Friday show. So all right, listen, I see I'll see you guys definitely.
Lionel, he cracks me up, dude. He don't want me to talk about like all the colors and all this stuff. So he's sitting there live. He's watching it. So
I know. He's like,
Lionel,
don't say
I love
something
you, brother, and
stupid.
I follow your lead, dude.
Don't say something stupid. That's what he said. I'm gonna kill him. Now, listen, we had a good time there, and again, for all you on LinkedIn and Twitch and the others that this isn't popping up, we'll make it up to you as soon as we figure out what's going on with the algorithms here. But for the rest of you out there, and I see a bunch of you out there right now, that's amazing. We will see you on Monday. And you got to tune in for Monday, because Monday we have award winner Huga Technology who won the Global Innovation Award at the International Builder Show 2022, which HB Elements sponsored for Dave Cooper Live. And guess what? It's a modular concrete technology. You don't want to miss it. Put it on your calendar. 10 a.m. Pacific, 1 p.m. Eastern. We will be live streaming, and we are going to be talking to those guys. And they're not from this country either. That's what's super cool. All right. Now they're going nuts. We call them the mad scientists, is what your brother says, right? Right.
Yeah.
My mom says, hey, great show. So Facebook and YouTube starting to come through. LinkedIn is not, but the rest of you out there, we'll catch you in a couple days. David, stay right there. I'll come back to you after our outro, and everybody else, we'll see you next time. And Lionel, put a smile on your face.
He's smiling.
You get a day off tomorrow. I know he is. We'll see you guys.